Family members testified today, telling the story of an 8-year-old girl shot dead as she went to get milk in her kitchen. Bobby Brown has pleaded guilty in this case. Brown expected to testify against Robert Lee Gaines, the man who is on trial right now. 24 Hour News 8 Steve Kelso has been following this one since the pair were arrested. Steve.
Yeah, good evening, Brian. You know, this case has haunted not only Latavia Johnson's family, but police as well for the better part of 2 decades now. In fact, I had a conversation this afternoon in the cafeteria with one of the officers who was one of the first on the scene that night at the murder. He says he's had a picture of Latavia Johnson taped to his locker for the better part of his 24-year career. He hopes tonight that we're one step closer to putting this case behind us.
She went and got some cookies. We thought it was a microwave, and this big boom, and it went off.
Raynell Johnson was home December 16, 1993, when someone pointed a shotgun through the kitchen window of the house and shot and killed her 8-year-old niece, Latavia.
I ran in there to see what happened. I found my niece on the floor.
For almost 18 years, police searched for her killer. The big break came this February when police arrested 2 men, Robert Bobby Brown and Robert Lee Gaines. Brown pled guilty to second-degree murder in April in exchange for his testimony in this trial, seeking first-degree murder charges against Gaines.
Bobby Brown shot the gun.
Defense attorney John Beeson says the prosecution is using liars and criminals to wrongly convict his client. He said it was Bobby Brown who pulled the trigger, and after all, it was Brown who had been robbed the previous night at a party store and swore he wanted revenge.
Bobby accepts responsibility and he admits he wanted revenge. It's a hard thing to do, but he does. Say it.
The prosecution also plans to call Jennifer Tabor to the stand. She is a former girlfriend of Gaines. She told police that Gaines had confided in her his involvement in the crime. She again contacted police in 2003, and the defense attorney says she called then because she was in trouble. In fact, she was in jail for bad checks. Beeson says her story has changed a number of times and that she, like Brown, is not to be believed. There are better than 30 witnesses to be called in this case, and what is obvious today from these opening statements is that defense attorney John Beeson intends to attack the very credibility of several of them, and that could be what eventually sways the jury towards its verdict. We should hear from both Brown and Tabor tomorrow. Right now we're live at the Kent County Courthouse. Steve Kelso, 24 Hour News 8.